am no longer a therapist. I will not sit with you as you repeat the stories of your past over and over and over again, asking you questions to prompt you to figure it out so that you do something different. Because I choose to allow you to repeat your cycles, your lessons as often as you need to, with no shame, no guilt, because you are doing what you need to do. You are exactly where you need to be. You are repeating the lessons as often as you need to until you decide you want to do things differently. But I will not sit and wait for you to get there, because I have faith that you will eventually reach a point when you are ready to take the detour from your loop and try something new, something different, to learn how to walk into your unknown. I am not a therapist. No, instead, I choose to be your light when you are ready. The light that shows you what I see, the patterns that repeat, the cycles you are stuck in, the smaller steps you missed so that you can find your footing, and so that you can then embrace your own path. Because repeating cycles you can only do for so long before it begins to take a toll on you and on me as the listener. You will feel drained, exhausted, burned out. I know because I've been there. I've been on both sides. The side of the talker, the client, the friend that repeats and repeats and repeats the grievances. I've been on the other side too, the side that listens and watches people repeat and repeat and repeat their lessons. Even after I show them a different way, they still repeat and repeat. There is nothing wrong with repeating a cycle. We all repeat them. We all have our own pace, our own process, our own time frame of when enough is enough. And there are therapists who will sit with you through that process. It's okay. Therapy is purposeful. It's just one of many ways to heal. But I was not meant to wait for others. On my birth chart, my moon is in a challenging place with a light of hope from the star of Vega. But this star is associated with the story of Orpheus. You see, Vega is a part of the constellation Lyra, and Lyra was a harp played by Orpheus. It is said that this harp was given to him by the god Apollo, and he was able to charm all things mortal and immortal with his music. The story goes that his wife Eurydice was bit by a snake on the day of their wedding, and so he attempted to retrieve her from the underworld by softening the hearts of Hades and Persephone with his music. As a result, they agreed to allow Eurydice to return with him to Earth, but on one condition: he should walk in front of her and not look back until they both reached the upper world. He agreed, and doing so led the way. But upon his arrival to the upper world, he had forgotten about the agreement, and with eagerness immediately turned back to look for his wife. Because Eurydice had not yet crossed, she vanished a second time, this time forever. Or at least that's how the story goes. Whether or not this really happened, who knows? There are many versions of this story, I'm sure, but when it was first told to me, what stood out the most was the truth in how my truth was being told. You see, the person that shared this with me was someone I had never met before. She continued to share that I have a tendency to dive deep for people with a desire to rescue them, but to my detriment. How it was that someone who didn't know me, but rather looked at a chart, a snapshot from the sky, a tool that was foreign to me, was able to describe me in a way without even knowing me, left me speechless. I looked up in amazement. I felt relieved to hear this out loud because secretly that's how I felt. Stuck in other people's potential energy. And so she recommended that I learn to allow those who are meant for me to catch up to me, and those not for me will eventually fall off my plate. For I am not meant to wait for them, because waiting will drain me of my own energy. It was an interesting perspective to entertain, but it made sense to me. Since then, that's what I've been learning how to do. I've learned that the best thing I can do for others is to have faith in them, that they will find their own way, that they will figure it out. And for those who are in the dark and need that extra light to shine the way, a different way to consider, you can reach out to me when you are ready. And I will reach my hand back out towards you in the dark, because I no longer fear the dark, for the darkness and I have become friends. I know how to walk into the unknown. I know how to conquer my fears. I know how to break free from stagnation. I know what it's like to bring myself back to life. So many of us can't let go of a past that is no longer here, but you can't let go of something you have yet to accept. So many of us get stuck worrying about a future, or caught up desiring a future that is not yet here, not realizing that this type of desire is based out of lack, and so the gap between you and your desire widens. No, I will not sit with you as you repeat the cycles of your past. When you are ready and are wanting answers, straightforward, honest, and genuine answers as to how to get yourself unstuck, come and find me. I will shine the light on what you've missed, on how to make the gap smaller, depending on your starting point. And then, after I shine my light, I will allow you to sit with that. I will allow you to process the information so that you can then make a choice. I will allow you to leave me if you decide to follow another path. I will not be offended, for my perspective may or may not be for you, but nonetheless, it is one more perspective to entertain, to consider, as you continue to learn how to find your own truth and make your own way. Because whether you realize it or not, you are always existing in 3 places at once. You are at the potential ending of one cycle, about to start a new one, all in this single moment. This moment called life. So whenever you find yourself repeating the stories of your past, a past that is no longer here and that you can no longer change, or if you catch yourself worried or fixated about a future that is not yet here, stop, take a deep breath, and bring yourself back to the present moment. Bring yourself back to life, because I believe that you can do it. You don't have to believe in me, but I will always believe in you and your abilities to find your own way, to embrace your own path, whether it's the one I've paved for you or not. It doesn't matter, for I trust in you and your own abilities, arriving at your destination in your own time. For I trust in your process of becoming, because I have learned how to trust in mine. So when you are ready to entertain something new, explore a new way of viewing your life, come and find me. I will be here ready to shine my light on what you've missed. My name is Yubi, and this is my transformed truth. Thank you for watching You Becoming Healed, where I model and teach you how to own and transform your truth for healing. Until next time. Don't forget to join our weekly Q&A groups to ask your questions and learn how to better navigate your healing journey. Just to recap, we have the Dream Decoders group on Mondays, the Balanced Healing group on Wednesdays, and the Body Experts group on Fridays. Can't decide which one to join? No problem. Consider our core membership option, which gives you access to all 3. All 3 groups start at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The links are found in the description box below. See you there!